Welcome back. Now, as we approach the holidays and start planning Friendsgiving dinners, it's a perfect time, of course, to meet some new people and build those lasting friendships. However, if you're an adult and you're trying to make new friends, it could be a little bit challenging and difficult when it comes to like socializing. And then if you're remote, it gets a little bit difficult, but you do not have to do this alone. Joining us today and helping us make those connections is friendship expert at Bumble BFF. We've got Danielle Bear-Jackson joining us. Hey, Danielle.
Hey, Danielle, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is such an important conversation.
Yeah, it certainly is. What advice do you have for someone looking to make new friends and socialize more?
Yeah, you know, as adults, the number one barrier I hear to friend making is simply not having enough time. But research suggests that repeated exposure is a key ingredient of friend making. And so that means we have to be intentional about putting ourselves out there. That means that we've got to put it on the calendar and prioritize friends and socializing the same way we would anything else. And I also encourage adults to shake off the fear of rejection and try to get the courage to initiate. But again, you know, research tells us that we tend to greatly underestimate just how much people like us in the first interaction. It's known as the liking gap. And so muster the courage to put yourself out there, and that'll be helpful. And then finally, I always tell people to stay open-minded about how you might meet your next connection. It might be the traditional way in person, or joining interest groups, or getting resourceful and leveraging technology and friendship apps like Bumble BFF.
Yeah, absolutely. Danielle, I'm not an expert like you, but I recommend people doing old school and just writing a letter. Will you be my friend? Yes or no? Check one.
Check a box. What about the maybe box? Sometimes I have that.
No,
don't give them too many options. Yes or no?
You're right. That's good. So we've talked about the what and what people should do, but let's fill in the why. Why is this important? Why is friendship important to happiness and well-being?
Yeah, you know, having friends is about so much more than grabbing cocktails or going to brunch. I mean, there's a mountain of research that points to the direct impact that having a strong social network has on your physical, mental, and emotional health. And people who have strong support systems, they are living longer than people who don't. They're reporting having greater satisfaction with their life overall. And research from 2020 shows that it might be the #1 preventer of depression, having someone to talk to. And I wonder if some of us intuitively know this to be true, because about nearly 60% of women say that they have tried friendship apps in order to invite new connections into their lives. And I wonder if that's because we intuitively know that friendship is just that important to our health.
Yeah, absolutely. Danielle, do you have any tips? Maybe somebody's out there and they're creating their Bumble BFF profile for the first time. Any tips on how to navigate that?
Yeah, definitely. So the first thing I would say is you want to upload about 3 to 4 images to show a range of your personality. It's very magnetic to see you in your element. You also want to make sure to fill out the profile as much as possible and be specific. Don't skip anything, because that helps you to be memorable and helps people to see if they can relate to you, which is really important in that initial interaction. And then finally, you want to make use of features like profile badges, which is my favorite, because this is a way for you to signal your values and certain lifestyle choices. So are you a new parent? Do you value? That way you can increase the chances of being matched with people who are compatible.
Yeah. Danielle, what can we find more information on how to build those connections?
There are more friend-making tips and even success stories over at bumble.com/BFF.
I love that.
Awesome.